Alright, give me a second. Okay, we're back.
We're back.
You know, you're not missing anything with the campus tour. I promised Mr. Saitomo does them every year, and he's like totally dull. He just drags you around the entire campus and talks with that weird squeaky voice of his. I'll tell you everything you need to know.
Please avoid ProJared, otherwise he'll just whip out his dick and force you to suck it.
With magic powers.
Because he knows your true name.
True names can compel you to suck dick.
I smiled, trying to let this calm my nerves. Thanks!
Don't look him directly in the eyes.
We headed directly down the hallway to the third floor. My stop was in front of a door, numbered 325.
Here we are. Oh my fucking god.
Jesus Christ.
How awful.
Literal fucking Christmas lights.
Ugh.
Oh, I'm fucking calling everything about this terrible game. A faint smell of potpourri was wafted through the room. The walls, like the hallway, were soft, powdery pink. I had already defaced them with a tapestry of posters, magazines, cutouts, and photographs of men's butts, apparently.
ProJared's ass.
Yes, it's just a naked Pro. That's the nude selfie that ProJared sends to all the girls, complete with the teddy bear.
Yeah, it disarms them slightly.
Some of the photos were of cats, but most were male models and rugged musicians. A bunk bed with 2 writing desks with wooden chairs, a small dresser, and a mirrored vanity, all clearly provided by the school, were the only pieces of furniture in the tiny room. You know, except for this lamp and the chair. Yeah, the chair. And that fucking chest of drawers.
Yeah.
Fuck. The people who do the art and the people who do the writing clearly did not communicate. The top bunk was already covered in neatly tucked blankets and throw pillows with flashing patterned toes. The bottom bunk was a single, stiff-looking pillow, and a thin cotton blanket that I didn't need to touch to know was horribly itchy. Oh god, she has decorative pillows. You know,
the
those
worst
ones,
kinds.
Those ones that you're not allowed to sleep on?
Yeah, but they're on the bed.
Fuck, the only thing that's worth is decorative soap.
Don't use the good soap, then why is it in the bathroom?
Then why does it exist?
Yeah.
I must have grimaced because Mai quickly smiled at me.
I brought way too many pillows and blankets. I always overpack. I went to Italy over break and Mom got mad at me because I bought like 5 bags, but they were only there for a week.
Seriously.
What a vapid.
If you want decorative soap, why not just have like a small plastic mold? Because that way it still looks like soap and no one's going to use it because it's clearly decorative soap and it's going to be way cheaper.
Because people are stupid.
She laughed, pulled several blankets and pillows from her bunk, and rearranged them neatly on mine. A sudden twinge of guilt and embarrassment hit me because I'm so poor.
Yeah.
Perfection.
There, much better.
Thanks, Mai. I placed my suitcase on the bottom bunk and began to unpack its contents. Several changes of clothing, pens, pencils, empty notebooks, a few photographs of ProJared's dick, a dilapidated stuffed rabbit, an old portable radio, and a small black box. It contains records of how my life crashed down to earth like a fucking burning plane.
It contained the nudes of Ross's wife.
Oh, did you see that post about...
I saw that post.
Yeah, where ProJared's wife was like, wow, Commander Holly, you look really insecure and nervous in all of the nudes you sent my husband. Maybe your self-esteem would be better if you didn't keep fucking married men. God fucking damn, that was savage, and I love it. Mai opened the curtains and the sunlight poured in.
It was some big oof with 3 O's.
It was
in
oof.
A PH.
It was oof spelled O-U-E-F.
O-U-P-H. Oof. And a couple umlauts in there. Umlauts are a language thing, another IKEA furniture, right?
I think it's German, but I could be wrong.
Oh, yes. So, where are you from? Anime Town.
I slid the now empty suitcase under the bottom bunk. About 2 hours north of here, a small town called Anime Town.
That's what we're calling it.
You probably haven't heard of it. I left the stuffed rabbit, Mr. Bunny, on my bedside, side of purple and teal throw pillow. I'm actually from a town in the middle of fucking nowhere, too. Pro tip, they suck. Don't live in small towns.
Try not to. They're not great.
In fact, I was born in a small town only because the village that my family actually lived in was too small to merit a hospital.
Yikes. Oh, did you go to a different boarding school, or...
No, I went to a public school down the street from my house.
Public school? What was that, like... Oh, shit, I thought that was like she was being vapid. What was that like? Were the students mean?
How frequently did school shootings happen?
Yeah. Did you have a lot of friends? I always went to private schools. My parents work a lot, and my dad goes overseas, so they stuck me here so I wouldn't get shot.
Yeah, I think she's genuinely nice and not a bitch. Whereas that line could have been read either way because there's no intonation.
Well, the way I thought it was being read was like, what was that like, being poor? Like, you know how they say like just to break up a sentence? Oh hey, what's that?
I'd removed an ornately patterned origami crane from the black box I was setting up on the unclaimed writing desk. I used it because I had cancer that one time and I had to make 1,000 of them, but then I died anyway. Oh, this? My mother made it for me a long time ago before she died of cancer. And then
before she died of anime disease.
And then a whole bunch of kids in 6th grade had to read that fucking story and it was awful and didn't really have a beginning, middle, or end. I set it beside with a stack of fixed textbooks, which I assumed were provided for me.
Wow, it's so pretty. I've never seen paper like that before. You live in Japan. How can you never have seen origami? Oh yeah, the lights. Let me get them.
Mine went to her own desk, opened a drawer, and pulled out a long, tangled string of fairy lights.
I thought these would look so nice. Here, help me string them up.
She grabbed a container of pushpins, then pulled a wooden desk chair out from over to the wall. I did the same with my own. Together we pinned the lights around the perimeter of the room.
How was the train ride over? Did you meet anyone?
Oh god, we did.
Unfortunately.
Oh, did we ever meet someone who probably...
Scarred for life.
Yep. No, not really. I was in a compartment with some guy and...
Some guy, huh? Was he cute?
Well, he showed me his dick and it wasn't all that impressive, and I just said it was nice to humor him, and then he wouldn't shut up.
Yeah, then he asked for pictures of my tits.
Oh, yeah, I guess. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention. I didn't even get his name. Just a hot load of his cum all over my face. But I'm married, though.
Yeah.
I seemed disappointed for a moment, then perked back up.
Yeah, that's what cheating's for. You'll have to point him out to me if you ever see him again.
Oh, okay. Once we finished stringing the lights, Maya climbed down from her chair and brushed her hands together triumphantly.
Done! Ah, now I gotta go home to my husband Ross, I'm sure.
Oh god, she's a redhead. Just like Holly, who divorced Ross probably before, but possibly after banging ProJared and sending him...
Definitely during.
Definitely during.
Okay, now it's time for lunch. The food here is pretty good. There's this ramen place down the street from campus that's like out of this world. But the school only lets us leave campus on the weekend. Oh man, fucking our ramen place would be so good.
I walked to the window.
We could go today because it's Sunday. It is pretty nice out. But I guess you might want to get to the caf since you just got here. We could...
She was suddenly interrupted by her own enthusiastic laughter.
Oh my gosh! Mimi Santos totally just tripped outside and fell on her face. I saw it. Oh, does that mean to laugh? Maybe I shouldn't have. Oh well, anyway, let's go eat. I'm starving. Does she have a thought she doesn't vocalize?
I think she might have ADHD. Or just a poor filter. Maybe both.
Oh boy, I know what that's like.
She led me out of the room before I even had a chance to respond. Yeah, it makes you super unpopular in elementary school. Fuck, even I bullied those kids.
I was gonna say, I work for him.
The cafeteria was buzzing with students excited for the new year. The only people as nervous looking as I felt were at the tables were skittish, wide-eyed first years. I stepped into line behind Mai, taking an empty plastic tray. We shuffled through, asking for helpings from the sulky cafeteria workers when we passed something that looked good. I've never seen a happy cafeteria worker.
No, never. They hate their lives and they hate the kids more.
With full trays, Mai led me down straight back to the table where a few students were already sitting. Actually, I did see one at Mohawk. There was this tiny little hole-in-the-wall coffee shop that was literally just one small corner of the student center, and she owned her own business and seemed super happy about it.
I mean, it depends what you did before this, I guess, right?
Yeah. With full trays, Mai led me straight to a table in the back where a few students were already sitting. Mai sat down and I took a seat across from her.
Hey Mai, how's your egg? It was good. I went to Italy and Spain. Dad fell off a jet ski and broke his ankle. Jesus. It's better now, though. Oh. Well, that's nice.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, what do you even say to that, right?
Oh man, that sucks.
Good thing he didn't drown?
Well, at least he had fun.
Mm-hmm.
I expected to be introduced, but the girl turned back to her group of friends and I turned back to me. She began to assault her food with a fork and tell me a practically minute-by-minute account about her fleeting romance last summer with a boy she met on the beach that didn't go any further than a few salty kisses. Oh God, I do not want to know why those kisses were so salty.
Because she got ProJared. It doesn't even mean anything anymore. I think we're beaming it too hard, or not hard enough.
I think we need to beam it harder, Jay. We need to mention ProJared in every sentence. I sat back and let Light talk. For the first time since arriving on campus, I felt like I was finally able to breathe after ProJared removed his dick from my mouth. I
really hope we get a scene where JonTron has a plate of spaghetti. It's not like pasta, it's just his bird freaking out on a plate.
Fuck, I hope we get sued by ProJared for all of the 3 cents of ad revenue we're going to make off of these videos.
Oh fuck, you think I bother monetizing this shit?
Yeah, fair enough.
No one's gonna sit through an ad if all they're gonna get after it is us.
I picked at my Brussels sprouts and studied my as she spoke. The more she talked, the more I began to notice small details about her. She had a high, songbird voice.
What?
She was dynamic, her face twisting this way and that into exaggerated expressions as she spoke. She laughed often. She imitated people in wildly unflattering voices, seemingly unrelated to her actual opinion of them. But most notably, she talked a lot. I didn't find this particularly annoying, as it filled the silence, and she hardly ever asked questions that required my full attention. Just on a personal note, I'm actually a quiet person, and I make a point of dating women who talk a lot, just so that I don't have to.
Yeah. You know what really kills awkward silences? People who don't realize they're not shutting up.
Just as Maya was rounding off a shockingly detailed account of the time she accidentally walked in on her friend's older brother in the act of changing, a flash of familiar green caught my eye. I glanced over. Hey, that's him! That's the man who sexually harassed me on the train.
What? Who? The guy with the micro penis?
I leaned across the table to whisper, just in case he could hear me through the ambient chatter of the lunchroom. The boy from the train. That's him.
What?
Jared? From Subway?
Yeah, I assume because he's also a pedophile.
Alright. Oh my god, what is with dudes named Jared?
They all just want to fuck little kids.
That name curses you.
Yep. With the weird green jacket and swoopy hair. He'd just picked up his tray and was walking past us when something seemed to catch his eye.
Oh, you.
I looked up at him, suddenly realizing he was talking to me.
His dick was out.
He kept forcing me to look at it, physically.
Hannah, I hit you out the train. How are things settling down for you now that you're off my dick?
Really well. I found my roommate and she's been helping me out. She's been helping me deal with the trauma of being indecently exposed by an older man who should really be faithful to his wife.
Ex-wife now.
Oh good, I fucking hope.
I mean, if not, I am going to be genuinely shocked.
Yeah. I gestured to Mai, who was thunderstruck. In fact, looking around, everyone was.
Washa!
People stopped eating to stare at me and Jared. My shoulders bunched around my neck.
Yeah. Well, if you ever need any help, I'll be around here. 3rd year, right?
I nodded.
A little too old for me, but we'll see what we can do. So my friends are up that year. Of course, they can't compare to me, but I'll give them a heads up to look out for you.
Well, if 3rd year is comparable to 12th grade, that means that people would only turn 18 after New Year's. So
unless they were born after the get-in date.
No, if you're born after the get-in date, you go a year early, and they'd be turning 17 in October, like I did. Some of my friends are all in that year. Oh wait, no. Yeah, you already read that.
Yep.
He flashed a dazzling smile. He flashed his dazzling cock.
His one-eyed monster winked. It's the least I can do for such a cute girl.
If you only have one eye.
You have exactly 3 months of being cute.
If you only have one eye, can you truly blink, or is everything blinking at that point?
It depends on whether or not you go, as you do.
Yeah, if you make that noise.
That I'm winking noise. Or you say wink.
Or if you tilt your head knowingly at the same time.
Unless she has, like, what's that neck disease? Lou Gehrig's.
Oh,
Anyway, we'll see you next time, folks.
bye, everybody.
Remember, don't laugh at people with disabilities unless it's Parkinson's people handing you a milkshake.